Hare Krishna, hi.
Hi, sir.
Yeah, hi. Sorry.
Hello, sir. Hello. Sir, your voice breaking, sir.
Am I audible now?
No. Okay.
So, are you attending the class daily?
Yes, happening, sir.
Okay, cool.
ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊಡೋ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಆಯ್ತಾ. ಅದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಯಾವುದು ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀನಿ, ಬ್ರೇಕಿಂಗ್ ನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಒಂದು ಸಿನಿಮಾ. ಅದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ಲೈಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾವನ್ನ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡೇ ಒಬ್ಬ ಎಂಟ ಇರ್ತಾನೆ, ನಮ್ಮ ಅರುಣ್ ಸಾಗರ್. ಇನ್ಯಾವ ಪ್ರಾಣಿ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿಲ್ಲ ಅರುಣ್ ಸಾಗರ್ಗೆ. ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡೇ ಎಂಟ್ರಿ, ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಅಂತಾರೆ ಇದೆ ಪಾಪ. ಸೊ ಎಂಟ್ರಿ
बेहतर. So guys, did you done with the problem which I have given yesterday? Huh? Anyone? किसी ने सॉल्व किया प्रॉब्लम को? And am I audible? Check. Hello, guys. Okay, Sufyan.
हाँ सर, एक्चुअली कल मेरी बात रह गई थी। जो हमने ग्रुप में बनाया है आप लोगों ने, उसमें ऐड नहीं हुआ हूँ मैं अभी।
समझ में आया नहीं कि मयंक।
सर कोई अदर ग्रुप भी है क्या, मतलब जो पोर्टल है उसके सिवा इस क्लास का?
Are you on Discord?
Like what group you are thinking about regarding WhatsApp?
सर व्हाट्सएप और डिस्कॉर्ड वगैरह किसी भी पे।
I think there is some group maintained by some people.
Yeah, I'll share the invite link in the chat. You can join from there.
हाँ, मुझे शेयर करो, मैं उनको शेयर करता
हूँ। Okay.
सबको शेयर करूंगा एक बार and we'll ask your friends to join from that link. तो guys, सबका account settle हो गया ना? मतलब are you guys able to access the portal? Or did someone join through a link which I provided in the announcement? ऐसा कोई join हुआ था?
सर एक्चुअली नहीं, मैं पोर्टल के थ्रू ही आया हूँ।
Good. I'm not asking like if anyone did join through that.
सर जैसे मेरी एक क्वेरी थी सर,
हाँ
ये जो आपने सीसी दिया है इसे सर एक्चुअली मैं मेरा कल ही अकाउंट एक्टिवेट हुआ था, तो सर इस बारे में क्या आप अलग से सेशन में बता दोगे जब सेशन ओवर होगा उसके बाद?
फिर से व्हाट्स योर डाउट अगेन टू द पॉइंट.
सर
So
ये
today
जो
I have uploaded a CC like
हाँ
an hour or 2 hours ago, right?
हाँ यस
So what's your doubt?
सर, हाउ टू सबमिट इट एंड हाउ शुड आई वर्क ऑन इट?
Okay, so go to the announcements part. You'll be seeing. देखो जो कुछ भी CC में दे रखा हूँ ना उसमें the link, sorry, in your
हाँ सर,
portal. What you're supposed to do is you have to solve it on your own. पहले अपने system पे okay. Rather than I explain this. So who have anyone submitted the assignment so far like CCs? हाथ उठाओ, raise your hands. Who have submitted your CCs? Raise your hands. Okay, Shubham, can you speak?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so help your friend how to do and what to do with respect to that CCs. Mayank, वो help करेगा, सुनो एक बार, and
हाँ
then
हाँ
I'll
सर,
start.
सर मैंने
ओके
पाइथन पे वो प्रोग्राम रन किए, फिर वो फाइल मैंने गिट बैश के थ्रू मैंने वो सबमिट किए सर.
Okay, so I think he was very much crisp to the point. So Mayank, basically what you're supposed to do is create on your own in your desktop or laptop, whatever it is, एक folder create करो. वही folder का नाम GitHub में भी create करो. Are you following?
सर ये मैंने एक्चुअली क्रिएट कर
रखा है ना, तब वो लोकल में अपने
हाँ
सिस्टम पे वो फोल्डर कहीं और रहता है ना. गो टू दैट
हाँ
फोल्डर एंड लाइक से week 3 day 2, राइट? आज का दिन क्या कर सकते हो, week 3 day 2 का एक फोल्डर बनाओ. ओके, और फोल्डर में अब जो कुछ भी कर रहे हो कोडिंग .py फाइल्स उसमें रख डालो. लेट्स से example.py, which is a file which you have written with respect to CC. Okay, you'll be uploading that file you'll be saving that file in your local repo in that particular week 3 day 2 folder. Okay, and then what you'll do is you'll push that whole folder to your GitHub account. And then I think you must be requiring the URL of the link, like URL of that particular GitHub repo. You need to paste in the submission part, I guess. Is it how it is going to work?
सर एक्चुअली समझ नहीं पाया क्या आप बोल रहे हो.
नहीं मैं
सर मैं कुछ बात कर सकता हूँ?
या फ्री वर्ल्ड यार, बात करो.
हाय, एक्चुअली तुमने गिटहब में अटेनियो का ये दिख रहा तुम्हारा इसमें गिटहब अकाउंट में अटेनियो और तुम्हारा एक लिंक दिख रहा है ना, मतलब रेपोजिटरीज में.
एक मिनट मैं गिटहब ओपन करता हूँ, वेट अ मिनट.
पहले ये बात बताओ, आप ग्रुप में ज्वाइन हो गया मयंक?
कौन से ग्रुप में सर?
मैं एक लिंक भेजा था चैट पे.
हाँ ज्वाइन हो गया सर.
डिस्कॉर्ड है
उनमें लाइक उसमें से बात कर लो. अभी क्लास का टाइमिंग हो गया, और एल्स स्टे एट द एंड.
ठीक है सर, वो मैं डिस्कस कर लूंगा इसके बारे में ग्रुप से.
And Jay, just keep in touch with Mayank. Help him with that.
Sure.
Yeah. Or else at the end of the class after 11, I'll be asking you to help explain that. Mayank, 11 के बाद भी जरा कुछ करो. You'll get to know what's happening in this, and you can leave.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So this is going to be your first CC.
Yes, sir.
Okay, guys, I have uploaded the CC. Have you gone through the CC?
Yes, sir.
So come on. From now on, from today, what happens is after the class is done at 11 o'clock, okay, I'll upload the CC at 11:15 or 11:30 in the night itself. आपको 12 घंटा मिलता है, and you have to solve it before 11:30 or 12 in the morning. Will that work for you, or do I need to upload the CC in the morning at 8:30 or 9?
Sir, if you upload the CC in the morning, you'll have the time to do that in evening, sir. If you upload it at night, you'll go for college and it will be very difficult to submit, sir. So
Got
please
it, got
kindly upload it
But
morning, sir.
what's just happening here is like मेरा ऑफिस सुबह 9:30 बजे शुरू होता है. It starts at 9:30 in the morning. Okay, 9:30 और 10 के बीच में start होता है, and unfortunately after these classes are done, I'll be waking up too late in the morning at 9 o'clock.
After that itself, I mean, in your office hours, just it'll take 10 to 15 minutes. That's
Not
it, right?
supposed to do other works other than the office.
Okay.
Actually,
Okay.
I don't know what to do. मेरा CC upload करना एक तो लेट हो जा रहा है, बहुत सी लेट हो रहा है.
सर टाइमिंग 24 आवर्स रहता है शायद तक सीसी का, उधर 24 आवर का दे रहे.
Send me group.
नहीं तो आज रात अपलोड करके 24 आवर का टाइम दे दीजिए ना सर, हो जाएगा.
I can't restrict the times. It's in software actually. Whatever portal you are using, right?
24 आवर्स का ही है वो
Let me
टाइमिंग.
say this, sir.
अच्छा, आखिर मुझे
Sir,
पता नहीं कितने घंटे का टाइम लगता है, बट पिछले बार जो कुछ भी
Sir,
मैंने डील किया था उसमें 12
Sir,
घंटे
once
का
a
टाइम
time
लगता है.
Sir, once it's coming for 18 hours, sir. Actually, the Saturday at the night, I think so, you have given, sir. And
Yes.
after by 3 o'clock itself, it has been completed, sir, the time. So,
Okay.
so
So let me
unfortunately,
do one thing. CR किधर है? Salil. Salil is absent today. CR
Yes, sir.
भाई किधर हो?
He's not the sir in the class.
Okay. Okay. Ronald available? Ronald.
Sir,
Still
Ronald
no.
is having a mic problem, sir. He said in a group.
Okay. So basically, Ronald, मुझे एक बार if you are waking up early in the morning at 8 or 8:30, just give me a reminder. I'll upload it at that particular time.
Sir, sure, I'll give you, sir. I'll
Oh,
give you. If not,
okay. Yeah, sure. Because just a message will be working for me, because I'll be totally forgetting once there is a tickets or some work to be done in the morning job.
Sure,
Okay, I
sir.
don't want to get it mixed up with your CCs and all. That's the reason I asked you people to upload the CC at 11 in the evening itself. Once the class is done, I'll upload the CC. If you can work on that, it will be good. तो कल क्या कर सकते हैं कि आप talk to Nisha or someone who is going to handle your 6 to 8 class, right? 6 to 8 पे आपको एक class रहता है. Someone is going to handle that class, right? So talk to them and update me what is the law, how long will that CC can be submitted. Am I making any sense here? पूछ के कल 9 to 11 class में बोल दीजिए, and we'll plan according to that.
Yes sir.
Okay, if it is 12 hours, I'll upload it in the morning. If it is 24 hours, I'll upload it in the night after 11 class. Okay, इससे कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा. Like no one gets, it's a win-win situation. You'll get 11 to 11 time to solve it, and you can submit it in between. Whereas if it is 12 hours, you'll get a little bit pressure on that. So I'll be uploading a CC at morning 8:30 or 9, and you can solve it till night 9. Okay, based on your response tomorrow, I'll be uploading the CC from tomorrow. Okay, आज का CC तो मैं सुबह ही रखूंगा at 9 o'clock. But from tomorrow, the CC going to be dependent on who you are going to talk with that person. 6 to 8 का class कोई ले रहा है ना? Class का मतलब doubts clearance session as such.
हाँ सर.
उनसे बात कर ले and update, because they are going to evaluate your submissions, CCs and all. And at the end of these 2 or 3 months of time, I'll be taking your interviews for like a demo interviews or practice interviews as such. Okay, I won't be making any corrections of your notes and all these things. Those people will be taking care of it. So better है उनसे बात कर ले and just update me what's the time you'll be getting for a CC, so that I'll upload those things. Okay? Is that clear? Yes or no?
Yes sir.
Cool. Now let's get into our today's topic. And today's class is also not is also a big topic to be solved, topic to be practiced actually, which is functions. Okay. So let me give you, okay. Agenda of this class is like this. So what we'll deal is like in today's session, we'll be dealing why, what, and types of function. Why we use functions is this, what are functions, okay, and types of functions. After this, we'll be going with an example part. Okay, just to understand all these three topics. So now once this is done, at the end we'll be having MCQs part as it is and doubts. Cool. So let me check once again with you. Is my voice clear?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Currently class, I just want to make the things clear with you guys. That's the reason. Okay. So let's start. Can anyone specify out of your knowledge what is a function? What is a function? Anything is fine. Just give me an answer. That's enough.
Function can be anything to make a to complete a task.
Nice. Any other response? तो भाई मैं फिर से बोल रहा हूँ, जो कुछ भी रीडिंग लिंक्स पे मटेरियल like I'm what are the links I'm providing in the reading links, please go through that prior to the class. Okay, समझो एडिशन ऐसे करता है, a plus b से कुछ c वैल्यू आता है, 1 plus 2 equals to 3. If you don't know that a plus b can ऐसे c आता है, even I explain this 1 plus 2 equals to 3 or 4 plus 5 equals to 9, you don't get what's happening here. समझ में आ रहा है ना? तो एक बार अपने आप एक what is this, if you can go through this and see, then you'll understand. If even if I say some 1,99,999 plus 1 like some and so values, right? You'll get to know, okay, here addition is going to get performed, and so the value is going to be sum of these two numbers, sum x. Okay, if you don't know what is a plus b equals to c, then you don't understand. So please go to the links which I have provided. Basic links है भाई, एक बार देख लिया तो आज की क्लास पूरा easy समझ में आ जाएगा. If you're not going through that, everything must be explained by me, then you'll be facing issues, because out of 25 people are available today. In that 12 12 have gone to the link and 13 are not gone to the link. I can't reach the 12 because of this 13, right? So please make sure that all of you go through the link which I have given in your reading list part. Is that clear?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So now let's see. So first question, why we use functions? इससे भी पहले function का definition क्या है? Function is nothing but a set of code to be executed when called. Okay, so there is a function here. Function, in this we'll be having some sequence of codes. So this will be executed at times when we call the function. So now, but why we require function? हमारे पास for loops है, while loops है, if else है, or else elif भी है.
A particular thing.
We have all these things, but still, why do we require to have function, which is nothing but which is nothing but holding a set of conditions to be going through in a name? Why do we require this kind of block when we are having these blocks of code?
It performs specific of task.
Okay. So any other?
No.
Okay, देखो. So in yesterday's class, we have gone through these patterns, right? Some like this. Okay, this is a pattern which is representing a triangle. So इसके print करने के लिए क्या किया था हम? We have divided the code in two different parts. Like this is one part and this is one part, and so we printed this differently by using different for loops. Yes or no? अलग-अलग for loop use करके इसका print किया था.
No.
So in the same way, let's say if I want to print these values in bigger line, that means let's say I have क्या करना है? अब ये for loop जो कुछ भी लिखा है ना, n equal to some 3 lines or 4 lines, I have to change the to whatever the number of lines are required to be printed at the end. Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, see, let me give you another example. Review how far is an example is up here. Okay. So let's say what I just did, I'm printing this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1. This is a simple 3-line right angle triangle which you are supposed to print. इसके लिए हमारे पास कोड है, right? For I in range of 0 to n, whatever it might be. Okay, 0 to 3. And so we are performing some other values to get this particular output. अगर समझो हमारे पास और एक भी line है 1, 2, 3, 4. So what we are supposed to do, I have to change this with the value which is going to be some other value, let's say 4. Okay, and if I have another line 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, क्या करना है 4 को? We have to change this 4 to 5. We need to update the conditions in each and every for loop based on the output we are going to get. Okay, so what the functions do is functions will generalize it. कैसा generalize करता है? For I in range of 0 to n. n का value हमें input से ले रहा है. Okay, we're getting the n value from input, and that particular n is going to guide us to perform the same number of lines. But you can ask me, हमारे पास for loop का we have another for loop. Sorry, we have the same for loop which can also do the same, right? In this, if we perform, if we specify a variable as n, and if we consider the input from the user, it is going to work. Yes or no? Why do we require function in that case? So if we want to repeat this function n number of times, that means let's say he want to print values for 1, 2, 3, 4 number and these many number of times for these many times. We have to make the calls for each and every value, right? n अब क्या हो जाएगा? 1 से शुरू होकर 4 तक जाएगा. So in order to minimize the number of lines to be written in the code, we have opted to go with function. Okay, function is again what? A function is nothing but a set of code that must be implemented and used to run the sequence of lines continuously by just calling its name. Okay, let's say Surya, if we call Surya, what is his work to do in this class? जो माने कितने भी branches आए, कितने भी batches, how many batches it might be, he is going to teach the same content for each and every one. Yes or no? What is the function of Surya here? To teach. क्या teach कर रहा है? Python core CSC. आपके बैच हो या नया बैच आ रही हो, उसको भी मैं I'll teach the same, right? So the functionality of Surya is nothing but to teach Python to the students who are in the batch. Basic meaning of functionality समझ में आया guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
तो अभी एक काम करेंगे. So let's go with the official definition of function. Function is nothing but is a block of code which only runs when it is called. when it is called. Whenever you ask for Surya, he only can. Once you ask for Surya, only then he can teach you the Python, right? If you're not asking for something, I can teach you for something, right? So in the same way, functions का main मकसद क्या है? The main aim of the functions is to execute the particular set of lines. Let's say this is my function. Function every time goes with the braces at the end and def at the start. Okay, def का मतलब क्या है? Definition. Or we can say define. But we say where the definition है. So definition of this particular name or function. Okay, and in these braces we can give parameters. Okay, just keep it in mind. We'll see each and every part in example. Okay, parameters, or we can say arguments. Okay, it can be overloaded. Okay, don't go into that. So arguments, it will be having parentheses must be provided after the name of the function, and name can be anything. Name can be anything. It can be Surya, some J. It can be anything, or it can also have Surya underscore J, which is also a valid name, which will follow Python conditions of nomenclature. Okay, whatever it is following the Python conditions for the name, it is considered as the name of that particular function. Okay, and we are going to provide it some values to perform some action here. Okay, and these parameters can also be called as arguments, or simply in Python we will say args, args. Okay, what is it called? Args. Args is nothing but short form of arguments. Is it making any sense?
Yes, sir.
इसके नीचे there will be set of lines that must be executed whenever I make this name called. That means if I say function of, okay, in these line I want to print some first S letter print करना है, second U letter print करना है, third में R print Y. So these are the set of conditions which are specified in this particular function call. So what I just did, if I call function of, what it will do is it will enter into the block, it will check for the function name or the particular name provided here in the Python file, and once it was found, it will execute each and every line present under this particular name in a sequence. That means what it will print? It will print yes, U, R, Y. If I call this is how we are going to call the function.
Sir, can I say something?
Huh?
Sir, like how the if block works. In if block we give conditions, but in function block we give the different arguments.
Okay. Let me give you another example. Okay. I'm going to explain you the small example. Okay. So simple say example लेंगे. Def is required whenever you're going to initiate or create a method or function. Okay. Remember this. Def is a keyword which defines that particular thing what we are writing after the def is a function. Clear है? अब एक काम करेंगे. Add off बोलेंगे. A, B भेजेंगे. And I just want to say return A plus B. Okay, return is nothing but going to return the value whatever you performed in that particular function as an output. Without return also we can specify or define a function. Okay, I can say this. Def is my underscore function. In this I'm sending some name. Okay, colons are must to specify that this set of values are belonging to this particular function. Okay, अभी क्या हो जाएगा? Print of name. Am I specifying any return here in this statement, in this function?
No, sir, no.
No, I'm just printing the values and I'm not giving the user any return value. But in this case, add method, what I'm doing, I'm returning a value. Okay, so major usage of function is to execute the code in different parts. Okay, समझो हमारे पास 1000 lines का एक ही file code है, but in that we can divide it 100 lines to each function. This is function A, this is function B, this is function C. Okay, so what just happened? We have reduced this 1000 lines repetitively into 3 different blocks which can execute and produce the same output which was given by earlier 1000 line program. Am I making any sense?
So
Can you please repeat it once again, sir?
Okay. 1 second. I'll just go with the whiteboard part. 1 minute ठहरिए. I need a whiteboard. Because in that Zoom whiteboard, I have to clean it every time. But in this, I can scroll over each and every time. Okay. So let me define the function again. So what is function? Nothing but a block
of codes which only runs when it is called.
of code which only runs when it is called. Okay. So now see, in this, we can do 2 different parts. You can pass the data which are known as parameters or constraints. Okay, you can pass the data as parameters into a function, or and you can expect a function to return a value or not return a value. Okay, so मैं क्या कर रहा हूँ? Let's take a small example. So in order to create a function, we require 3 different parts. First part is def keyword. Second part is name. What is the name? Let's say sum of brackets are must. Brackets are must. And in these parameters, A, comma B, some parameters, it can have, these are called what? What are these A, comma B called as?
Parameters.
Exactly. They are known as parameters. Okay. So we can perform sum of 2 numbers. Let's say 1 plus 2 का value क्या है? What is the value of 1 plus 2?
3.
3. How can you say the value is 3 if you don't have A, 1 and 2? We can't say it, right? So 1 and 2 are called as parameters to find out the output as 3. Am I making any sense here? So that means unless until we have 2 numbers to perform this addition part, we don't get an output here. So in the similar way, this A and B are known as parameters or constraints, which you are passing and saying that you must do this.
Sir,
Uh-huh.
parameters and variables are same then.
Parameters and
Variables.
no. देखो,
Okay.
what do you mean by variable? और नाम क्या बोल रहा है? What is the meaning of variable? English meaning ही पूछ रहा हूँ मैं.
Defined to some particular value.
Yes, which will change with respect to time or with respect to user, right? Variable is nothing but whichever it is changes, right? Variable का मतलब ही यही है ना,
Sir, yes, sir.
which changes, right? And parameters are not variables. Okay, देखो अगर मैं इसमें नंबर्स के जगह इस कोड को फिल कर रहा हूं मैं, सो फर्स्ट सी दिस इज फंक्शन, राइट? फंक्शन कॉल करके पहले क्या होना है, डेफ इज अ मस्ट एंड शुड वर्ड टू बी यूज्ड, एंड देन नेम ऑफ द फंक्शन, एंड पैरामीटर्स आर डिपेंडेंट अगेन. You can use parameters, you cannot use parameters based on the usage. ठीक है? Now see here, what I am supposed to do here is a plus b return. So you can either return a value, that means you can return a value to the user, or you can simply update a value without any return statement. पहले return का condition देखेंगे, बाद में we'll see how without return works. Okay. Okay, so let's see here. So how can I make use of this particular function which I have created? This is my function, right? Def sum of so and so, and these are the lines which which are under this particular function call is called block of that particular function, which will be executed whenever I call this function name. Let's say I call sum of 2, 3. क्या हो जाएगा? This will direct me to this particular function. Like Python will do this. This particular call will be directed to this particular function in initialization, where def sum of some set of instructions are being provided, right? So what happens now? This a plus b will be replaced by 2 and 3. It will return 2 plus 3, which is nothing but what? 5. So what is the answer of this particular value going to be? A value, sorry, let's say some d. D equals to sum of 2, 3 बोल रहा हूं मैं. If I want to get the d value, it will be 5 here. Why? I have sent two parameters which are a and b, and these parameters are being utilized in this block of code of that particular function, which is sum, and the output is going to be 2 plus 3 equals to 5, which is our endpoint, and it will be utilized by the user with some other variable. कुछ समझ में आया और कुछ भी नहीं.
Yes, sir.
Guys, I'm talking 1 second. Let's just take all others opinion. Guys, raise your hands who have understood what I have said now, or what I have teach now. Raise your hands faster. I want fast reply. 2, 3, 4, 5. Come on, faster, guys. I don't want to waste any time in this. Okay. So what is Ronald? What is that symbol you are trying to say? Is that yes or is that a no? Okay. So half of the class has understood. Remaining class doesn't get what I'm trying to say. Okay. All of you can lower your hands. हम step by step जाएंगे. First step is creating a function. Step by step. कैसे create करना है function को? Use def keyword, which is nothing but definition, and you have to give a name. A name can be anything. Let's say my code is my name. Okay, and it must be added with parenthesis. Colon must be provided in order to make that it is going to have, or it is going to contain a set of lines under this particular name. Okay, and let's just do some small work. Print hello world. Okay, this is a simple function definition. Is this clear, guys?
Yes, sir.
Huh.
Yes, sir.
Def is a must and should whenever you're trying to create the function. Now, let's see another word. Second method, second way, sorry. Second step, calling a function. Okay. तो हम ऊपर एक फंक्शन नाम क्रिएट किया, राइट? लेट्स राइट दिस अगेन. डेफ my underscore code of colon. I just printed some value here. Hello world. This is my code. So now how can I access this function, or simply how can I call this function is nothing but with the name, by simply my underscore code of. So what it will do whenever I call this, it will execute the particular set of lines present under that particular code, and that is going to be hello world in the output. Is it making any sense?
Yes.
Yeah, cool. Make some noise in between, or else I'll sleep in while teaching you. Let me open the VS Code. That will be easier for you to understand. Okay. Control A, clear. So def is a keyword, and my underscore is my function name. Guys, visible hai na VS Code?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Parentheses are must whenever you're trying to initialize a function. Parentheses are must. Why? Whether you're going to give some values in that or not, it will be specified in parentheses. We'll discuss on how it is going to be. Now, space is compulsory to specify the difference between the function and the set of code that must be executed under this particular function. Okay. So now print of, let's say hello world. Okay. And now in order to access this, मैं क्या किया, function को call करना है. कैसे call कर सकता हूँ? My underscore code of whatever the value I have specified in this name, it must be provided to make the function work. So if I run this, what is the output going to be? Anyone?
Hello world.
Hello world.
Hello.
देखो क्या आया था, hello world. How is it happened? Because I called this particular function by its name. And what is the description of the function available here? Just a print statement to print hello world. Is that clear? Now,
Yes, sir.
now let's see if I pass some arguments here. समझो मैं एक आर्गुमेंट पास कर रहा हूं, देखेंगे वो कैसा काम करता है ना. कंट्रोल क्वेश्चन मार्क and ding ding ding, enter. So now let me give another value, def sum of num. Okay, if I want to pass some values, let me just do print a plus b. तो a और b क्या है? These are the arguments which I'm supposed to send to the function sum of number. Okay, so I'll send a comma b. Okay, now let's call this. Call करना कैसा है? Simple. Sum of number of, what is it expecting here?
Arguments.
Arguments, or nothing but we can say parameters. Okay, so parameters are nothing but conditions, values utilized to solve that particular function. Okay, so now let's see. दो values पूछ रहा है. Let me give 2, 3. अब मैंने रन किया तो क्या आ जाएगा?
5, sir.
5. Let's run this. देखा 5 आ गया था.
Yes, sir.
If I want to change, let's say I want to समझो मुझे 3 नंबर का सम लेना पड़ा. I've said ABC. Okay. Now, if I run this, what is that output going to be? Output क्या आने वाला है? हाँ? देखो क्या है था पढ़ो. Can anyone read that?
Required positional argument C.
Exactly. The method or function which you are utilizing is expecting 3 arguments. Yes or no? ये भी सी का 3 तरफ के arguments मांग रहा है. But what are the variables or arguments which you are giving here? 2, 3. Only 2 variables. Or 2 arguments.
You have to give one more.
Exactly. If I say 5, now let's run this. क्या आया था? Value 5. Okay. So a plus b. Now function is working fine. I require only a plus b value. Then I can do this. If I want to get, also required to add the third variable plus c. And now if I run this, answer is going to be 10. क्या हुआ था यहाँ पे? Can anyone explain?
Yeah, C हम लोगों ने define नहीं किया था इसमें.
हाँ. First, when the output is 5, we haven't defined a method or working value in the sum of number method. So that's the reason we got 5. But now we have added the C value as well. And so we got the sum of all the 3 numbers provided as input to the method to, okay, and that is going to be 10. So now someone has asked me what is parameter and what is variable, right? Difference between them. Right. So can anyone specify what is the difference? Guys, anyone?
Variables, okay, I'm speaking. Variables is something which we are taking as an assumption of assuming of something else, like, for example, A equal to B, B equal to 2, C equal to 3 kind of. And parameters are definite. We cannot change it.
Exactly. Okay, देखो या क्या कर रहा हूँ, ये भी सी बोल रहा है parameters, right? So if I say instead of sending 2, if I send Surya, क्या बोलेगा ये? What's going to happen in this case?
Error.
It is syntactically correct, but is it going to return the output we are expecting?
No.
Syntactically तो correct ही है, right? अब देखो क्या कर रहा है. What just explained here, see. So
this is
can only concatenate string, not int to string. What does it mean? See here, we have given 2 different types of values. Okay, and we are using a plus b plus c to perform some function, some output here, right? So here what just happened is, अभी output में क्या आ जाएगा? Surya plus 3 plus 5. Is Surya an integer value?
No.
No. So but what is it saying here? I cannot concatenate. What do you mean by concatenate?
Joining.
Exactly. Let me give all the 3 variables here: a, comma, b, comma, c. अब ये काम करेगा?
Yes, sir.
हाँ, अभी
कैसा काम करेगा? स्ट्रिंग में है ना. देखो क्या हो गया? a, b, c. What just happened here? A got concatenated with b and ab got concatenated to c. That means पहले क्या अरेंज हो गया? पहले a plus b हो गया, which is equal to ab, and for this c has added at the end, which is equal to abc. Okay, this is called concatenation. Each and every character here is a string, and so when we combine 2 or 3 different strings together with a plus sign, it is going to return a string which is combination of all these strings. Is it making any sense here? So whatever you're performed, you're supposed to perform in this particular method you define, it must be of the same kind or based on your requirement. Let's say a plus b को वैल्यू प्रिंट करना चाहता हूं और प्रिंट सी करता हूं. Okay, now let me define these values. Okay, camp. So now, is this going to return any output, like any error or any output?
Output
क्या आने वाला है?
5 and new line camp.
Exactly. क्यों आया था ऐसा? We are saying that whatever the parameters user going to send in that particular parameter range, use first two variables to perform the sequence or to perform the line or seventh line, and second third variable whichever it is to be printed as it is. If I remove this and I transform 4, even it going to print the same. 5 print ho jayega or 4 bhi print ho jayega. So based on the requirements, type of inputs or parameters you're going to give changes. Is it making any sense? Guys, I want some response.
Yes.
Raise your hands who have understood so far. There are nearly 25 people in the class. Let's see how many of you are going to give. Raise your hands. Abhi 15 people have raised their hands. That means 10 people haven't understood this. Okay, you can lower your hands. Okay. So what are these values which are sending here? A, B, C or 2, 3, 4. What are those called as? क्या बोल सकते हैं 2, 3, 4 को? They can be called as arguments or parameters. Okay, but what is the main thing of them? What are the main thing of these values? Nothing but info or information passed into a function. Am I making any sense here?
Yes, sir.
हाँ. So जो कुछ भी हमें कर रहा है ना, वो it is nothing but an information exchange between the function call and the function. Okay. So now let's see the another point here. ये तो basic हो गया था. अभी remember this, we also faced an error. If you are specifying the in definition of a method with two different values, and if you pass third value here, it is going to return error. क्यों error आ रहा है? It is expecting only two values, but you are sending three values. क्या करना है तीसरा value को? So there it is going to return error. Okay, remember this. Whenever you are trying to solve a problem of your own, you must see what is the requirement of your method, and based on the method requirement you have to define the parameters or arguments for that particular method. अगर मुझको दो ही नंबर ऐड करने का मन है तो मैं क्रिएट करा था sum of numbers a, b, and if I send only two values it will work fine for that. a plus b करेगा और sum को निकल देगा. Right? And now what? Is there any other thing? Okay. So let me give a function similar to this with two different variables, or sorry, two different parameters. Function definition, function को create करना का तो we require def. So function of first name, comma, last name. So these are the two variables which in this particular FUNC is trying to get from the user. What I'm trying to do, print f name plus space plus l name. Okay, so why we are using plus sign here? Can anyone specify?
For concatenation.
It is nothing but concatenation or adding another part of string, sorry, another string to the current string. That means, let's say I have str1 equals to Surya, which is a string. Okay, and str2 equals to Ronald. Now, if I say str1 plus str2, what is it going to happen? Equal to
Surya and Ronald.
exactly Surya, Ronald. Okay, this is the output going to be when we perform this particular string 1 plus string 2. It has got concatenated. In the same way, concatenation is nothing but addition of values at the end of the string. एक string का value लेकर उसके end पे values add करते जा रहे हो with the use of symbol plus, then it is known as string concatenation. Does it make any sense? Concatenation के बारे में? Guys, I want some response.
Yes.
Sir, can you please repeat that one more time?
Regarding which point you're asking?
That F name plus L name.
Okay. So this is another method I'm utilizing here. What is the method? I'm saying that method name is this, which is func or function. And I'm sending two parameters, A, comma B, nothing but first name and last name. Okay, if I give function of only Surya in it, is it going to work?
Is
Yes,
just
sir.
one.
No.
Sir.
No.
Huh?
No. दोनों मांगेगा ना सर वो?
Exactly. It is trying to get two different values from the method call, but we are providing only one. So ऐसा नहीं चलेगा. जो कुछ भी है, कितने भी है, we have to send all those together. Comma Teja. If I run this, now it will become Surya space Teja, which as we specified here. Is it making any sense?
सर सपोज आपने वहां पे प्लस नहीं डाला, कोड रन किया तो
सिंटैक्टिकली एरर बताएगा.
ओके.
समझो ए प्लस निकाल दिया, क्या आ रहा है? रेड लाइन आ रहा है. मतलब we have error with that particular line. Clear है? So now let's see another example. If you don't know, आपको नहीं पता है कितने how many of values are going to be, but still you want to make the call for a function. Okay, how can you do that? Any idea? Let us suppose J is sending me 1000 students data. So what I did is मैंने 1000 students का data access करने के लिए एक code लिखा था. I have written a code just to access only those 1000 students. But now the client wants to extend the 1000 students to some 1 lakh students. Okay. अभी जो कुछ भी हमें 1000 students के लिए किया था, like the changes, the functions and all, we have to extend it to what? Extend it to 1 lakh students, right? So how can we extend that? Simple, by using arguments. By specifying the arguments in the function call, we can say how many of it are going to be, and we can, guys, mute. So we can specify, let's say I have given another name as mid name. Okay, in this case, I know there are 3 different parts to be sent. Some sample. Okay, 3 different parts to be required in this particular function. But if there will be a case where you don't know how many parameters are going to get constructed or utilized. In that case, what you will do? Python has a best flexibility, which is known as asterisk. That means, let me show you an example here. Def my code of, if I say star val colon, फंक्शन का डिफरेंशियल हो गया, अभी ब्लॉक ऑफ कोड को लिखेंगे. सो प्रिंट last value and let me append करेंगे इसको प्लस some val of 3. That's it too. Okay, now see this case. I have to add or I have to print every second number in this case. Okay, I don't know how many parameters are going to get eligible, or we are going to need. But what I know is I have to print every second value in the list. इसके लिए मैं क्या कर सकता है? Simple, calling is same. My code of, I'll be giving a values here. Let's say Surya. Ronald. J. 0, 1, 2. So इसमें what is the value we are going to print here? क्या वैल्यू आने वाला है?
रोनाल्ड.
सीरियसली रोनाल्ड आने वाला है?
नहीं सर, RY
It is going to be J. Let's run this. What happened? These two are working. देख, इधर आ गया था value. The last value is J. Are you getting this? How the value got assigned here?
After 2.
Exactly, with this particular val of array. Right. So I'm asking for it to bring whatever how many number of arguments. Let's say I have given n number of arguments. Salil, comma, Imtiaz. Okay. If I given this, or if I want to specify the last value, which is 4, is like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. If I print this, it is going to be printing Imtiaz. देखा था ना, Imtiaz print करता है. क्यों? We are specifying what is the on what particular number you're going to get a value. In this case, that particular number is what? 4, and check करेगा arguments जो कुछ मैं pass कर रहा है, उसमें fourth value क्या है? 0, 1, 4. The value is Imtiaz, and so the value Imtiaz has been printed here. Any doubts?
So whatever the value we are going to get, going to print that value.
Salil bhai, what is the distance from your end?
Sir, suppose if value 1.
Again, can you ask the question?
Suppose we put value 1.
किधर?
Here, sir. Plus value.
Okay. Instead of 4, you're asking me to print 1.
Yes, put some.
1. If I just run enter, क्या आया? Ronald. Why Ronald? Because iteration starts from 0th index, and so this is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. When I printed 4, it is Imtiaz, and now I'm printing 1 in this case, and so that is going to be Ronald. Does it make any sense?
Yeah, for Surya, then we will print 0, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
अगर मेरा सूर्या को प्रिंट करना है 0 बोल दूंगा. आ गया सूर्या इधर. Clear है?
Yes, sir.
Any
Yes.
doubts, guys?
No doubts.
Okay. Now let's see another implementation. Wow. Again, before starting another implementation, what is the use of the star val?
To count counts.
What is that?
तो zero stay for the count देने range देने के लिए sir.
नहीं भाई.
So a number of sir we have when we don't have a so unlimited this one sir.
Exactly.
Lot of
If you don't know where to stop and what's the value to be considered, this particular star value provides us with a part-time. That means, see here, I don't know how many names I'm going to give for this my code function. So that's the reason I said star val of, and have given n values in this. So that is the reason it not yet displaying any error. Clear है? अभी क्या पूछ रहा है वो? Reverse पूछ रहा है. So let's say if even if I given 10 spaces here or 10 different names here, it will work fine because we know what we get and we know where to get, and so we can work on it. कुछ समझ में आया? Star, this is pretty important, guys. Star val is kind of important to be dealing with. So now let's see if the number of keyword arguments is unknown. Okay, let me show you another example. Now we are going to deal with keyword arguments. What is that? Keyword arguments. अब तक क्या देखा था हमें इधर? We just saw how the function is being created, how a function has been created, and also how can we add or we can perform certain changes by using this particular Python. Okay, so see here, let us suppose I'm giving some n values, or let's say you are a parent and you have 3 different child. So child 1 का नाम हो गया Surya, yeah, and child 2 का नाम Shubham, and child 3 का नाम Navya. Okay, these are 3 different children which I have in my list. Okay, so now if you want to specify that this particular name is going to be for this particular person, then what happens? Let me give you a name. Def print name of child 1 comma child 2 comma child 3. Okay, so now let's see. In this case, what we are now seeing for keyword arguments. So what I'll just do, I'll just say print of the last child is comma child 3. So for now, let us think child 3s are last child of the home. So abhi kya karna hai? What we'll do is simply, until this line, the function creation is done. Okay, now let's just check how the function will get executed here. So what I'll just do, simple keyword print name of, usme kya karna hai? You have to check for attributes as they have given the list. Okay, print name of, the names are going to be child 1 equals to some name Surya, child 2 equals to Teja, comma child 3 equals to inverted commas, and then क्या देना है इधर? Some name to be accessing with. Let's say J दूंगा. J. Okay, this is if I run this code, what is it going to return?
J print होगा.
क्या था?
J print होगा.
Inverted comma or concatenating. In the second line.
In the second line, this one.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, the inverted comma will be till child is and then plus child 3.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. If I run this code,
I think indentation error, sir.
what is that?
I think we have indentation error in print, sir. Below print. I mean below def.
Got it. तो देखो output क्या आया था इधर? The last child is child 3 J. अगर हमारा इसमें child 3 क्या है? J ही है ना? So now let's see what's happening in this case. So these are called keywords, child 1, child 2, child 3, and so. You can update those values by simply saying that child 3 equals to so and so, child 1 equals to so and so, and child 4, child 2 equals to so and so. Am I making any sense here? Any sense?
सर इसको डायरेक्टली अपन असाइन नहीं कर सकते हैं चाइल्ड 1 चाइल्ड 2 को ऐसा प्रिंट नेम के अंदर क्यों लिए?
अच्छा एक दो लाइन से प्रिंटिंग होना है तो you can assign those values.
Okay.
But what if you're handling 1000 lines? What if you're handling 1 lakh lines?
Okay, so got it.
Again, that is totally based on how you are going to create your website or create your Python program. समझो मुझे 10 लाइन की कोड चाहिए. Then what I'll do? I'll make it clear and utilize. Sorry, more easy to be performed, right? 10 लाइन के कोड में ही मैं सारे की सारे फंक्शनलिटीज लाने के लिए देखता हूँ. What if the user doesn't have any specification of space, but you can use any how much or whatever you require? Then what you will do? You will specify each and every child, and you will be calling those values accordingly. कुछ समझ में आ रहा है?
Yes, sir.
Raise your hands who doesn't get this point. Raise your hands. So who doesn't understand this are raising the hands, right? Okay. So there are 4 students who have said that they are not understanding this. ऐसा ही सोचो, like think in this way alone. Okay, see here. First what? Function name, and in parentheses, if there are any parameters, we'll provide that in the parentheses. Okay, so now how many types of parameters we can do? One is no parameter or multiple parameters. Yes or no? Guys. Yeah.
Yes.
For no parameters, what we'll do, we'll be having a sequence or lines of code under this function. Okay. So what you're supposed to do, once you call the name of the function, it will execute all the lines without any parameters in it, in the braces. But if you have parameters, okay, what you are supposed to do, a comma b is a parameter. We will be performing the function based on the code present in that particular function. अगर वो सम का हो, सम करके भेजेंगे a प्लस b। अगर वो स्ट्रिंग का हो, a को b कंकैटिनेट करके ये भी भेज सकते हैं, like so on. It's totally dependent on what is the code available or what your code you're going to get. And these are so giving arguments. Function is my name, def function is my name, and in this args are nothing but arguments. If I say star arguments, what does it mean? I don't know, Baba. I don't know how many arguments are going to come or are going to be delivered, but still I required a method working on the arguments which we acquire. So in that case, this asterisk arguments are going to help for us. That means, let's say in the first condition पे सूर्या और जय को भेजा था some functionality के लिए. Second function में खाली पूरा की पूरा class 24 members को भेजा था. Okay, so this asterisk args helps us. However or whatever the input we are going to give, that will be executed accordingly. समझ में आया? Guys.
Yes, Surya.
Yes, sir.
राहुल का आवाज नहीं सुना रहा है मुझे.
Yes, yes. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, clear.
Okay.
Okay, so now see this in a simpler way. Another part. Okay, so we have also saw a word called keyword arguments. Keyword arguments or parameters. Okay. तो समझो एक छोटी सी एग्जांपल ले लो. We can't change the names at some instant of time. That means समझो एक छोटी सी एग्जांपल. पेट्रोल का नाम हो गया डीजल. Okay, and now डीजल का नाम हो गया पेट्रोल. What just happened here? The names have been changed. Yes or no? So in order to define or change this particular way of getting the accessing the values or variables, what we just did is by passing the keywords. Let's say function, def is common and function, and in this I'll say class 1, class 2, class 3. छोटी सी एग्जांपल है, सुन लो. तो अभी क्या करना है? सो फंक्शन को भेज दिया 3 वेरिएबल्स. अब मैं क्या कर रहा हूं? प्रिंट C1 को प्रिंट करना है, and I'm saying I'm just printing C1. Now actual function कॉल को देखेंगे. Function of now C1 equals to sample, C2 equals to sample 2, C3 equals to sample 3. देख रहा है?
Yes, sir.
What just happened here? We have specified there are 3 different variables possible for this function, and we are also specifying that while in the function call, अरे बाबा C1 ये ले लो, C2 ये ले लो, C3 ये ले लो. Now what happened? If I print all these variables one by one with C3, C2, and C3, okay, it will just give us the output as required. So these are known as keywords. What are these called as? C1, C2, C3 are known as keywords. It will be dependent on each program, which will be based on the user specifying. मैंने specify किया C1 is a keyword, and now C1 will be keyword. ये भी keyword ही है, ये भी keyword ही है. Okay, what we are doing, we are just simply mapping these variables. C1 का value हो गया sample 1, C2 का value हो गया sample 2, and C3 का value हो गया sample 3. Right? We are just mapping these values here, and we are performing the function or performing the functionality with respect to the function call. Am I making any sense here, or am I making you confused?
Surya, can you once explain like when we will use this functionality, like how is it useful?
Okay. Let me give you a small example. कैसे एग्जांपल? ओके, इसको एक्सटेंड करेंगे. We'll just extend this. So let's see this case. कीवर्ड आर्ग्यूमेंट्स के एग्जांपल बोल रहा हूं मैं. कीवर्ड आर्ग्यूमेंट्स का डेफ फंक्शन ऑफ. ओके, बेहतर इससे भी VS कोड को ही जाऊं. Okay, see here. So this is the function call I'm trying to make. Print name, child 1, child 2, child 3. The last child is child 3. And the name of the child 3 will be added at the end. Okay. We know what are the variables we are going to send and how the functionality going to be. And based on that, we'll be assigning the values. Okay. या नाम तो दे दिया था, पर अब नाम को assign करके भेज रहा हूँ. खाली assignment के लिए, and we don't know, if you don't know how many of the values are present or required, we'll use this particular star value. Okay, these are known as this child 1, child 2, child 3 are known as arguments or keyword arguments. Am I making any sense here, guys?
सर अगर इसी में चाइल्ड 2 का नाम लेना है तो क्या होगा सर?
चेंज
तो
करो
यहाँ
इधर
पे
नाम child 2.
बस अब पूरा इसमें पूरा चाइल्ड 2 में करना है ना?
किसमें?
वो लाइन में पूरा जो चाइल्ड 2 करना है बस.
Exactly. पर अंदर child का नाम ही आएगा.
Yes, sir. Got it.
Okay, now let's see. हमारे पास कीवर्ड आर्गुमेंट्स का तो समझ में आ गया. अब देखेंगे what is how can we exaggerate the more arguments. Okay. Now let's see the generic form. Def print name of asterisk kids colon. Now what I'll do is I'll say print anger one is space comma, or I can simply say plus kids of 2. I'm specifying which value you can get from the given output or given input. Now let's say print name of num1 num2 num3. Okay, so what just happened here, मैंने जो कुछ भी values इधर तीन चाइल्ड्स डाल के child 1, child 2, child 3, which are keywords. Okay, now those have been changed to using a single asterisk, which is going to be what? Our calling of the values. If I execute this code, what is the output going to be?
num3. num3.
Exactly, num3 आएगा. Run करें. देखा था ना, anger is num3. So it just gone through whatever the variable or whatever the parameters you have passed, which is kids array, that can be kids tuple. You'll get to know what's the difference between tuple and all. Okay. So from this tuple, we are accessing it with value, and so the value at the end will be printed. Okay, it's a process of how we can extract the values as well. So now, what is default parameter value? Just say what is default. What is the meaning of default?
तो पहले से सेट मतलब सेट हुआ जैसा.
पहले से ही
सेट हुआ जैसा.
Okay. Now see here, how many times or whatever times you are going to call a function, if I don't require to get different outputs, let's say def place of country equals to India. तो मैंने क्या किया? What is the difference between other function calls and other function initialization and this function initialization?
तो यूजर को आपने ये किया सर इसमें.
मैं इसमें country का variable एक भेजा था and I'm finalizing the value as India. So now what I'll just do, let's see, print I am from country. Okay, so let me just make the function call here. Place of America, or let me just say another word as well. और कुछ हुआ था यहाँ पे. What is the error? Place is not defined. अभी हम place को define किया ना?
सर मतलब ये यूजर इनपुट नहीं हो गया ये?
क्या है?
यूजर इनपुट हो गया ना सर?
Whatever the country you are going to give, it will return only that particular name, India, or whatever the name you are going to give. Okay, देखो.
Sir, give it as place name.
No. There is some error I'm doing. One second, let me check. Name place is not defined. Place से दिया था मैं.
It looks correct, sir.
कुछ तो गड़बड़ है. Okay, let me just run this thing. Okay. Okay. देखो क्या हो गया अभी यहाँ पे. I am from America. Guys, are you seeing this?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. अभी देखो मैं और कुछ लिखता हूँ. Place of South Africa. अब मैं इसको execute करता क्या हो जाएगा?
South Africa.
I am from America. I am from South Africa, right? So I'm just passing here the argument which is to be printed here. But what if I fail to give a parameter here? क्या होगा अभी?
India. Default.
Exactly. So it will now print I am from India as well. Why? Here we defined that. अरे बाबा आपको कुछ value user से मिले तो ले लो वो user का value. If it is not from the user, print it as a default value. Default में जो कुछ भी दिया था ना उनसे print कर सकते हैं. This is another type of a function call. Is that clear, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
तो अभी कुछ doubts है? Any doubts?
Yes, sir. One doubt is there.
Yeah, please.
इसमें नहीं, ये आपने जो वो स्टार किड्स में किया था वो उसमें सर.
Oh, 1 second. इसमें right?
हाँ, yes sir.
Yeah.
सर जो फास्ट में जो टॉप में किया था सर उसमें तो जो आपने 2 के जगह 3 पे डाला था वहां पे 3 आया था सर. जो नाम डाला था फर्स्ट में सर. ऊपर पूरा ऊपर सर. यहाँ पे सर.
This name?
नहीं और ऊपर. हाँ यहाँ पे सर.
Okay.
यहाँ पे अगर आप 4 डालेंगे तो इम्तियाज आएगा ना सर.
So you're asking about this?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, 4 डालेगा तो इम्तियाज ही आएगा.
हाँ तो वहां पे सर 2 डाला था तो फिर 3 आ रहा है सर.
0 से शुरू होगा भाई.
Okay, sir.
0, 1, 2. So
Okay, sir.
obviously it is going to be number of 3.
Okay, sir.
Got it?
Yes, sir, got it.
Sir,
हाँ.
please repeat India, America, this.
Okay. तो अब तक हमें क्या देखा था? What we have gone through? We have we have seen if there is some parameters we are getting from the user perspective. चाहे वो child 1, child 2, child 3 हो, or star kids, or some other values, some other numbers to be doing something, right? We are getting values from user. Let's see what happens if I say sum of num of just without passing any variables. क्या हो जाएगा अभी? What happens if I pass this condition? वो फंक्शन का कॉल किया तो क्या होगा?
रिक्वायर वो मांगेगा आर्ग्यूमेंट्स,
एरर आएगा,
एरर,
राइट? क्या एरर आ रहा है? मिसिंग ए एंड बी. मतलब क्या है? इट इज एक्सपेक्टिंग 2 values and we are not providing it, right? So in order to avoid this particular situation, जहां हमको कुछ करने का कुछ भी नहीं कर सकते हैं, उस in that particular condition we have a definition called default method call or default parameter. This is default parameter. I specify that country equals to India. If at all the user is going to call this particular function with a country name, okay, it will execute that, it will utilize the country name specified in the user specific. That means a user America भेजा था, but whenever he is going to execute this place, I am from America आएगा, because country is now America, not India. And South Africa लिखा था, अब South Africa से क्या हो जाएगा? I am from country, I am from South Africa. Yeah, देखो, in 37th line, if there is no value specified, we don't have any values here. Basically, in this case, if you are not going to give the values which is expected by that particular method, it is going to return what? It is going to return an error, right? Yes or no? अभी देखा था ना sum of numbers में कुछ values नहीं भेज के.
yes, yes.
In the same way, if we do this in this particular condition, it will use the default value provided by the user in the method call. क्या दिया था default value? Country का नाम ले लो India. Okay, this is my default value. चाहे मैं place of कुछ values दे या नहीं दे, it will execute fine until there is a default value in it. Am I making any sense?
Yes, sir.
Huh. That's pretty much. Okay. So once again, guys, I'm just asking to you all, is there any doubts with respect to the creation of functions? These are different types of function creations. There is another type where you'll be using double asterisk. Okay. So this is another type of function call, which is used for keyword arguments. अगर हमको keyword arguments are required, we'll be utilizing this. Okay, let me show you a small example here. देखो अब इसमें क्या हो रहा है in this 21, 23 lines पे. Can anyone explain? मैं 3 cells को I'm just giving 3 different strings as an input for the print name, and it is printing last string, it is child 2, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now see here. If I say 3, 1, 2, मैंने अब क्या किया? I have shifted the values to at random positions. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Random positions में shift कर दिया. अगर मैं line में ऐसा नहीं भेज रहा हूँ, if I'm not sending this, instead what I did is I'm sending this in this way. Print name of Surya comma Teja comma let's say J. Okay, अब क्या हो जाएगा? What is the value that is going to get printed in this case?
J, J.
J.
I
Huh?
think sir J.
J.
Why is it going to be J?
Sir, last position में parameter.
0 or 1 or 2 का आएगा ना सर?
Exactly. The mapping will be like this. Surya से child 3 को mapping हो जाएगा. Teja से child 1 को mapping, and then J से child 2 को mapping. If I run this code, what is the output here? Dick, the last child is child 2J. Clear है? Because of the mapping part, it is now assigned to child 2. अब यहाँ पे keyword का uses कैसे रहता है देखेंगे. Now I want to make Surya as child 2. Child 2 equal to Surya, and Teja as child 1. Child 1 equals to Teja, and J as child 3. अभी क्या आ जाएगा child 2?
Surya.
Exactly. Why?
Surya.
We are specifying that this particular keyword child 2 will be mapped to this particular keyword child 2 in the parameters, and so the value will be assigned as Surya. Clear? अब ये run किया तो क्या आ जाएगा? देखो, the last child is child 2 Surya. Making any sense?
Excuse me sir.
हाँ.
सर जो आपने नेम यहाँ पे नहीं दिया था, सूर्या था और तेजा और जय था, उसमें सर चाइल्ड 2 सर कैसे आया, क्या आप बता सकते हो?
मतलब
सर इन प्रिंट नेम अगर हम चाइल्ड 2, चाइल्ड 1 और चाइल्ड 3 रिमूव कर दे, केवल सिर्फ हम नेम रखे, ओनली नेम, तो सर चाइल्ड जो ये आपको प्रिंट है.
Okay, I got it. So if you're asking that without these assignments, if I directly call for child 2 by simply giving the names.
Yes, yes.
In that case, whatever the value I provided in the third position of the parameters, that will be printed.
ओके सर. सर जैसे पोजीशन के अकॉर्डिंग प्रिंट होगा ना सर, जैसे आपने यहाँ पे ऊपर में पोजीशन जो भी दिया है उस हिसाब से, मतलब उसके अकॉर्डिंग.
देखो, I'll just give you the example. So print name of 1, 2, 3. Okay, print name में क्या क्या कॉल किया?
1 2 3.
ठीक है. अब देखो child 2 का वैल्यू क्या हो जाएगा?
I think 3.
Yeah, it is 3. देखो child 2 का वैल्यू क्या हो गया? 3. Why is it 3? It will set the position according to the place value. या third position पे 3 है, या third position पे child 2 है. These two will be mapped together.
You can change only numbers, but positions are same.
And sir, if we change from position child 2 to in middle, then it will be 2 na?
Exactly. देखो वो भी. क्या आया?
Okay sir. 2. Got it sir. Okay sir.
अगर इसके बगैर without this point, if I want to specify that किधर से कैसा भी दे, whatever the value you're going to do and how generally you're going to give, if we specify that this particular name is going to have this particular value alone, only then the output is going to be based on that. So this way of providing the value to the parameter name is called keyword arguments. Am I making any sense here?
Yes sir.
Yes sir.
Okay, this is how we are going to do create a function without any return statements. अब देखेंगे return statement का useless. Okay, I'm clearing this. Any doubts so far?
Yes sir.
Doubts है?
No.
Sir, hello.
हाँ, पूछिए.
सर लास्ट फंक्शन में अमेरिका कॉमा साउथ अफ्रीका दे दो, क्या होगा?
तुम्हें ही बोलो.
मीन सर कंट्री अमेरिका पर साउथ
Sir, he said in last option what if we put South Africa,
Got it,
comma
yeah. Got it, yeah.
America?
He's saying that if you updated or if we overloaded this particular place ka function, right? Let's say this is what 2 different words in a single place. क्या हो जाएगा?
Yes.
Basic condition ये है ना. इसमें एक ही variable को like it is only considering only one parameter, but here we are performing. Sorry, we are giving 2 parameters. देख क्या हो गया? Place takes from 0 to 1. That means it can consider either no value or one value as a parameter. But instead, positional arguments but 2 were given. How many you are passing? 2. So this is a mistake, right?
Okay, okay, sir.
हाँ, समझो हमें यहाँ पे और एक भी दिया था. Let's say state. State equals to people mind. तो now अब इसमें देंगे sample. अभी क्या हो जाएगा? फर्स्ट एग्जाम्पल का आउटपुट हो जाएगा. व्हाट इज आउटपुट ऑफ दिस फर्स्ट एग्जाम्पल? प्लेस अमेरिका का सैंपल. तो क्या हो जाएगा? आई एम फ्रॉम अमेरिका एंड स्टेट इज गोइंग टू बी सैंपल. यस और नो?
यस सर.
Yes.
इसमें ऐड करके बोलना है प्लेस स्टेट. इफ आई रन दिस, देखो क्या आ गया? आई एम फ्रॉम अमेरिका सैंपल. बट इन साउथ अफ्रीका पोजीशन I haven't specified any statement or any attribute in this case. So what happened? It will go to the second position and it will see what is the second attribute is. That is nothing but people mind. So it is being appended in this case. Okay, now let me just run this again. Third example, dekho, I am from India, people mind. Right? Why is it taking the default values? Because you're not specifying any values in this constructor. Sorry, in this function. Clear hai?
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Now we have another topic to be dealing with, which is a written statement. Written karne ka. Let me just give a control question mark. So for what we just did, we
Excuse me,
just
sir.
have.
Hello.
Boliye.
Sir, you write in print I am from plus country plus, and in state you give only one plus. Why,
Yeah.
sir?
Okay, again. Your question. Can you repeat that again?
Sir, in that line, you wrote it plus country plus, and in a state you add only one plus.
Okay. So you just Samai.
Surya, I understood the question.
No. मुझे भी समझ में आया था. मैं पूछने वाला हूँ कि did you saw my laptop screen as of now, or you're following my lecture from the starting?
Sir,
पहले से सुन रहा हूँ यानी बीच में आया?
नहीं सर, पहले से ही सुन रहा हूँ.
Right? Why don't you ask me in this case? Why you have given only one single place in that? Why not another place at the end?
Because I saw double plus in country. That's why.
Okay, या प्लस की काम क्या है बोलो? What is the use of plus in this case?
To add.
Add what?
Sir, sir, to add.
बोलो कुछ तो बोलो. Wrong या right? No problem with that. बोलो.
सर जो भी नंबर दिया है ना आपने, उसे ऐड करने के लिए सर. जैसे अगर किड्स 2 है.
Is this kids of 2 a number? हाँ?
हाँ जी सर.
Kids of 2 है ना? वो नंबर है क्या?
Kids of 2 है सर.
हाँ. Is this a number? No, right? This is a string.
Yes sir.
Okay, I got where you're going. Let me share whiteboard once again. Okay. देखो. str1 equals to Surya. str2, 1 second, what's just happening, guys? Okay, str2 equals to j. str, what the hell is this, guys? Is my screen visible to you? Hello, hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
यार बात करो यार बीच बीच में, नहीं तो मैं मेंटल हो जाऊंगा। ST3
सर
इसमें
अनम्यूट कर में थोड़ा टाइम लगता है सर।
अच्छा अच्छा ठीक है ठीक है। So let's say string 3 is Dinesh. Okay, so these are 3 different strings and I want to make it a single string str. str 1 2 3 समझ लो, न्याय string कैसे करना है, सबको ऐड करके करना है। तो क्या हो जाएगा, सूर्या प्लस जे प्लस दिनेश।
Okay, sir. Got it. Got it.
Now क्या हो जाएगा ये, it will be appended together with सूर्या जे दिनेश without any spaces। अगर आपको बीच में स्पेस चाहिए क्या करना है, और एक प्लेस डालते हो and you will be adding the space in between। Making sense?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and now और एक पॉइंट बोलना चाहता हूँ, स्ट्रिंग को if you are going to append anything to the string that will be converted to a string। That means सूर्या को अभी मैं want to append a value 1। Okay, I want to append a value 1. What happens at the end? Surya 1. This is a string again. Though it is an integer, once it is appended to a string, it will become a string. Clear? Hai?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Don't forget this because you are going to use this in the coming days.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Now let's get back to the return statement part. Guys, किसी को कुछ doubts है? Any doubt? Just put it out. Because I'm going to the another part of these functions where you will face some doubts. यही खत्म कर देंगे इसको। बोलो कुछ डाउट्स है या नहीं?
नहीं सर।
No, sir.
Nice. तो अब तक क्या देखा था? We are just performing a simple print or simple functionality in this. Okay. Let's say I have defined a function saying that FNC of x colon enter, and my functionality is like इस function का functionality is to perform a value return by multiplying it with 2. Okay, 2 से हर एक बार मल्टीप्लाई करके वैल्यू को रिटर्न करना है। अब देखो इसका यूज केस कैसा आता है। So whenever you are specifying a return value to the function, okay, एक function को return value भेज रहा है। So now let me see this, print of function of, let's suppose 3. What is the output going to be in this case?
6, sir.
Exactly. Whatever the code we are writing under this function and is getting returned, the value will be the output of execution of all the lines available. If I run this code, क्या आया था? 6. Why is it 6? Because it has been performed. We have performed the value here and we are returning the value. Okay. So this is one kind of return statement. And next, def function 1 of colon pass. What is the use of this and what is it defining? What is the meaning of pass? General English meaning I'm saying, not with respect to academics.
Sir, for to like we passed in that any subject or something.
Exactly. I'm not saying about academics, other than academics.
To skip.
Exactly. Or we can also simply say passing by. I just passed you. Sorry, I just passed by. That means if you are nearby and you're leaving a place without attending what's going on there, then it is nothing but a pass, right? Even in your car and bike, you'll be using a dipper. किसी को कार ड्राइविंग आता है?
सिंपल एक बोल दो
passing
एग्जांपल
the ball, sir. Passing the ball type.
अंताक्षरी खेलते हैं ना पास करते हैं वही है
ओह यार या वो पास भी चलेगा हमको. Okay, so whatever it is, if you got what he just said, Antakshari ka pass. Similarly, this pass says that whatever the lines of code you are specified here, जो कुछ भी lines of code हो, it won't execute anything. Instead, it will just pass. That means it will just exit the function. Though I make a function call here, FNC of function one of run. क्या हुआ? कुछ हुआ क्या इसमें? No, right? So basically function definitions cannot be empty, but if you for some reason have a function definition with no content, if you have any function definition with no content, you have to put or specify pass keyword in that in order to make it syntactically correct. समझ में आया कुछ? Okay, see here. मैं यहाँ function लिखा था. सुनो एक बार. मैं यहाँ function लिखा था और इसके लिए एक return statement लिखा. Right? That means this particular return of so and so belongs to this particular function set of code. Similarly, in this particular print name, I have done something and I have given the set of lines under this particular function definition. But whenever you are trying to write, whenever you have a function which doesn't have any function description or lines of code to be executed, in that case, to make this function clear this syntax error problem, we'll use pass. Clear? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So that is pretty much from the side of functions. And before going out of it, I'll just give you a brief on recursion. I'm not going to explain any recursion today. I'll just give you a brief on recursion. Why? Because recursion has its own particular day in our curriculum. Okay, no need to worry about this. Recursion का मतलब क्या है? English meaning us. I'm asking you an English meaning. What do you mean by recursion?
Repeating.
Repeatedly doing the same thing. Okay, so now let's see. If this is how a small function is. Okay, and now what I'll just say is function of this value. Okay, so अभी क्या होने वाला है यहाँ पे? Function is getting called. The same function is being called in its own execution, then that is called recursion. If I execute this, क्या हुआ? It is getting printed again and again, right? I'm making this clear. This is syntactically correct and it is printing the values. Why is it printing the values? देखो क्या हुआ था, पहले x हो गया 3 से शुरू हो गया. Now see, it just executed this for if condition statement 3 not equal to 2, 12, and so function of 2 into 3 has been called. What is 2 into 3? 6. So function of 6 is called. 6 का value आ गया 6 print हो गया. 6 is not equal to 12, And so we are multiplying the 6 to 2 again, and we are executing this function again and again and again, unless until we met the break condition here, right? So calling a function in itself is called recursion. Simply. Does it make any sense? Guys?
Oh, no, sir. Can you again?
Okay, don't stress over this recursion part because recursion के लिए अभी एक दिन बाकी है सामने, like in future. Okay, so just remember that recursion call is nothing but calling a function in itself. देखो, function का definition यही है ना? Are you there?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes.
हाँ, so function का definition यही है. उसी function definition पे मैं वो function call कर रहा हूँ. Function of function, right? Calling of the same function in its own description is known as recursion. Don't get confused. You'll get a clear idea. Just समझ लो that वो function उसी को call करे तो recursion हो जाएगा. समझो मैं सूर्य को कॉल कर रहा हूँ. सूर्य कौन है? मैं ही हूं ना. That's how it works. Clear है?
सर मतलब एक ही जो कोड हमने बनाया सो दूसरी बार भी बनवाने के लिए वो करते हैं बस, दूसरी बार रन करने के लिए.
हाँ, दूसरी बार नहीं. There are some other instructions to be performed when it is with respect to recursion. Okay, those recursion के बारे में छोड़ दीजिए. This is kind of functional description. Just remember that recursion is also use of functional description. Sorry, define करने के लिए use कर सकते हैं recursion को. अब recursion के बाद आए तो we'll talk on that particular day regarding recursion. How many ways? How can we do that? Okay, just for the time's sake, leave this topic of recursion because if I overload you, you won't be available for tomorrow's class. ठीक है?
सर जो पास है, हम जो ना प्रोग्राम नहीं मतलब कोडिंग नहीं बनाते हैं तब हम पास यूज करते हैं बस ना सर.
Exactly. हमें हमारे पास कुछ लिखने के लिए नहीं है फंक्शन पे. Then we will just simply say pass to make that code syntactically correct.
ओके सर. अगर हमने सर 41 लाइन में हमने यहाँ पे फंक्शन का ये कर दिया, डेफिनेशन दे दिया यहाँ पे, और उसके बाद अगर पास लिखेंगे तो स्किप हो जाएगा.
41 लाइन पे
अगर नेक्स्ट 42 पे हमने पास कर दिया तो वो कोड रन नहीं होगा ना सर?
Do you think so?
Say print also.
It will print. देखो, pass is nothing but a verification point. अगर समझो तुम्हें like you are passing through a toll gate. Okay, आपके पास वो फास्टैग स्टिकर है, फास्टैग पे पैसे है, then what you'll do? You'll just pass by. टोल गेट से चल जाते हो. Like or else if you are supposed to pay the money, क्या करना है? टोल गेट के पास जाना है, टिकना है, पैसे देना है, and then you'll get a receipt and then you can leave the station, right? So paying money and all these things are a sequence of steps to be done. Whereas FASTag payment is like a passway where we have nothing to do there, right? It will be automatically done, right? In the same way, when you don't have anything to syntax, अगर मैं pass निकाल दिया था, क्या हो जाएगा? ये तो error ही है ना? I don't have nothing to write in this. ये तो error ही आना है. Is this error or not?
सर ये जो पास है हम सिर्फ फंक्शन में लिखेंगे और दूसरे में यूज हो सकता है.
When it comes to other uses, we can use pass at times in for loops also. Let us say we are dividing some numbers. Okay. A small example. अगर हमें 10 को 3 से डिवाइड किया तो क्या आ जाएगा वैल्यू? Some manual 3.3333333 unending, right? So I can bear this condition. I can clear this condition saying that whenever the let's say my function is a karna. If I pass a value n, okay, I'll just simply say if अब क्या होने वाला है, देखो मैं अभी फंक्शन वन वैल्यू को 10 दे रखा हूं. ओके, सो व्हाट आर द वैल्यूज इट इज गोइंग टू गेट प्रिंटेड, लाइक क्या वैल्यूज प्रिंट होने वाला है यहाँ पे. अच्छा बोलो कुछ व्हाट आर द वैल्यूज दैट आर नॉट गोइंग टू गेट प्रिंटेड हियर. देखो
10.3
1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10, right? Okay, so now see here. So no, it will check only for single number. I'm not using any loops. Yes or no? Am I using any loops here? No, right? So I'm just giving 10. तो क्या हो जाएगा, इधर इस स्टेप में 10 आएगा, and 10 modulus of 3 is what? What is the value of 10 modulus of 3?
1
Exactly. कुछ करेगा,
पास करेगा.
पास करेगा. देखो अभी क्या हो जाएगा, कुछ आया वैल्यू?
नो.
इसके बारे में okay, let me just call this function question mark and let's run this. Okay, कुछ आया output?
No.
No. Why? Because you're passing the function, passing that particular condition if that condition fails. अगर इसमें देखो अभी मैं इसको 9 बना दूंगा. Is 9 going to get printed?
Yes.
हाँ, आ गया 9. क्या हुआ? 9% L3 is 0, which is not equal to 1, and so it is performed some change. It is performed the else condition. अब समझ में आया pass का usage?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's go to the MCQs, guys. पहले सिंपल से स्टार्ट करता हूं, बाद में will increase our benefit. ऑप्शन दिया था देखो, फर्स्ट MCQ is up. ऑप्शंस को देख के रखिए.
ये आपने सीक्वेंस में नहीं रखा ना सर.
Exactly.
सर वही सीक्वेंस में नहीं था.
It's not my fault. क्या गलत रखा क्या? Did you mark it wrong?
सर डेफ होगा ना सर?
And sequence की वजह से
डेफ का आंसर
डिफाइन दिखा रहा है सर आंसर।
सीधा पढ़ो भाई।
ओके सर, ओके।
समझ में आया कुछ? बोलो, is it deaf or defined? Okay, second MCQ is up. देखेंगे अब कितने लोग इसको करेक्ट रख सकते हैं। और कोड का आउटपुट क्या है वो you have to do that, you have to submit that. What is the output of the code? As expected, most of the people are going with correct answer, and then some and then some. Okay. Okay, can I give the next MCQ?
Yes, sir.
So third MCQ is up. Just think about the answer. So this MCQ is quite interesting. Is my third MCQ clear to you all? कैसे चल रहा है, क्या चल रहा है?
ऑप्शन ऊपर नीचे करके दे रहे हो।
Exactly, you have to read it.
Yes, sir. By choosing options, we are making some trouble. I mean, we have some trouble.
पहले करिए.
Mainly, we are going for options, sir. I mean, for the
That's
correct
what.
answer. Yes, sir.
Options को देख के तो दीजिए. So shall I go with the next MCQ?
Yes, sir.
Nice. Third MCQ बहुत लोग after it for correct answer. Nice. अच्छा, fourth MCQ wrong है तो भी परवाह नहीं, like no problem. Try to do that. अच्छा, कोई ने मुझे करिकुलम भेजा था ना? Got it. And forgot to say, guys, there are many inbuilt functions. I'm pasting in the link of the inbuilt functions, which we'll be using at times. Okay, in reading references में भेज रहा हूँ, देखो एक बार. Like just go through that once. Is that clear?
Sure, sir.
Because that आज हमारे पास time नहीं है to define some of those already available links. Sorry, already available inbuilt methods. So just go through that. Because there will be thousands of methods available in each and every library. But out of those thousands, we'll be using very few. Okay, based on our usage, you'll get to know what are the methods that are available and you'll be using those. ठीक है?
सर ये लिस्ट के बारे में
लिस्ट के बारे में
जो आपने लिंक दिया है वो तो अभी उसका तो लेक्चर नहीं हुआ ना सर?
नो नहीं हुआ था. कल का क्लास में लिस्ट और स्कोप्स हो जाएगा. देखो क्या हुआ कि curriculum has been changed a little bit. Okay, whatever the curriculum has given to you people in the portal is fixed. So we have to follow with respect to that. And so on Monday, we have dealt with patterns, or yesterday we have dealt with patterns, and today functions, tomorrow list and scope, and day after tomorrow, it is going to be tuples. Okay?
Okay, sir. I think
Yeah.
CC
I have
maybe
given you the links, all the required links in the reading material. And guys,
hello. Hello. Hello.
hello.
sir.
When did I miss? Like, what did I miss? मेरा Zoom अभी restart हुआ था.
वो लिंक लिस्ट के बारे में बता दें.
हाँ. So please go through those links, guys, and promise me that you're going to read those links tomorrow, like by tomorrow class.
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
Yes, sir.
I think CC पे भी सर एक लिस्ट के बारे में क्वेश्चन आया है.
लिस्ट के बारे में
क्वेश्चन आया है शायद.
किधर? आज की सीसी में?
Yes, sir.
No, I don't think so. Let me check. Okay, what problem do you think is similar to list?
वो वोल्स के बारे में
हाँ, vowels में list किधर से आएगा? Write a program to print the vowels in a particular string given by the user. समझो सूजा दिया, उसमें vowels क्या है? U and A. Just need to print those vowels.
ओ स्ट्रिंग
String भाई, str string.
ओके 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 एक्चुअली मेरे डिस्प्ले में लाइंस आ गए थे सर मुझे पता नहीं
Okay. So I marked your like I have created the attendance. Anyone who wants to leave, they can leave. And still I have 10 more minutes to stay with you. If you don't have any doubts, even I can leave. Ronald, bye. The silence from your end is not encourageable. Make sure you clear your mic issue by tomorrow. Is that clear?
सर जो अपना VS कोड में अपने किए ना आज सर, वो एक बार मेरे को उसको कर दोगे क्या? मैं वीडियो ले लूँ।
मैंने डिलीट कर दिया होगा भाई, एक मिनट चेक करने दो।
अच्छा,
क्या आज की कोड पूछ रहे हो?
हाँ हाँ सर,
I'll do one thing. I'll just copy and paste it in the chat.
ओके ओके सर।
आया होगा देखो। Is it available for you to copy? कॉपी कर सकते हो?
ये
सर चेक कर रहा हूँ।
ये सर कर सकते हैं।
ठीक है। चलो फिर
और
जाऊं?
नहीं हो रहा शायद कॉपी।
That's what. How do I do this? How do Salil? 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 Salil आए नहीं क्या आज?
हाँ सर शायद नहीं।
Have raised a service request to Dell. It will get solved by tomorrow or day after tomorrow. भाई एक काम करो, मोबाइल से ज्वाइन हो जा। कुछ काम है तो लैपटॉप में कर ले।
मोबाइल से ज्वाइन हो जाओ सर।
I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to Ronald actually. He's sending some message. Okay. So it doesn't get copied through your ways. Then what should I do?
सर मैं पिक्चर्स ले लेता ना।
एक मिनट. Let me just try participant screenshot. Save chat. कैसे भेजो आपको? Okay.
स्क्रीनशॉट आप चार्ट पे ये कर दीजिए सर।
समझ में आया नहीं?
स्क्रीनशॉट जो आपने निकाला वो चार्ट पे पेस्ट कर दीजिए, वो ले लेंगे।
आप स्क्रीनशॉट लेते हो? वो भी बेहतर आइडिया है। स्क्रीनशॉट ले लो। हो गया स्क्रीनशॉट इसका?
यस सर।
Second part. Again, hashtag is for what?
Comment.
Comment.
And the final half. हो गया screenshots?
Yes.
सर फर्स्ट लाइन वाला।
फर्स्ट लाइन होना है?
हाँ सर।
यही फर्स्ट लाइन है। ठीक है?
ओके सर।
ओके। तो hope so today's session is clear to you all. एक बार कल की क्लास के लिए पढ़ाई करके आना। जरूर ये पढ़ाई करना for you to understand easily. If not, I have to working like 2 घंटे में कुछ भी नहीं हो सकता भाई. I'm talking to you frankly. In 2 hours we can't do anything. not even a scratch. But what we can do is, if you are preparing from your end, if I am doing from my end, बीच में थोड़ी बहुत समझ में आता है सब लोग को, ठीक है? I don't know, talk to your friends among yourself and make sure that you are reading that links while you're coming to the class.
सर एक बात बोलूं?
हाँ
सर सैटरडे जो क्लास आपने जो करेंगे बोल रहे हैं,
सैटरडे संडे?
नहीं
हाँ।
सैटरडे को आप जो डाउट सेशन क्लास रखने वाले बोल रहे हैं सर, उस टाइम थोड़ा रिवीजन कर देंगे तो अच्छा।
उस टाइम थोड़ा रिवीजन,
हाँ वो एक जो 1 वीक में क्या हुआ था एक रिकैप दे देंगे तो।
उस दिन क्या हमको 12 घंटा मिल रहा है क्या क्लास के लिए? उस दिन भी 2 ही घंटे भाई।
सर ऊपर से थोड़ा,
इसलिए मैं बोल रहा हूँ, go through the classes on your own and put your doubts in the doubt session. आपके पास कोई कुछ भी डाउट्स नहीं है तो then I'll go with, because see these are pretty basics. और एक हफ्ता चलेगा ऐसे ही बेसिक्स के बाद when data structures और serious problem starts ना, तभी पता चल जाएगा कि आप you'll feel bored if you're not prepared beforehand. You'll feel bored, pretty bored. कितना किया रे बाबा, क्लास को आने की जरूरत ही क्या पड़ रहा है? उस पॉइंट में जाएगा आपकी मन. ओके, जस्ट ट्राई टू बी attentive in the class and get a read of the reading links beforehand. ठीक है?
ओके सर,
चलो then, have a nice day guys, and Ronald, make sure you'll be speaking from tomorrow. चलो guys, good night.
गुड नाइट सर।